The mill?
Yes.
I loved it.
You can draw out ideas. You have the 3D printer here. You can make physical representations of your ideas. It's a really vibrant place, and it makes you feel creative. I mean, you look at all the different colors, you look at the chairs, you look at just everything, and it just gives this vibe of creativity.
I wish I had more classes in here because it's like really fun.
Yeah.
So this space is our newest room, the mill, the makerspace and innovative learning lab. This section that we're in right now is the innovation lab. Behind the glass doors is the makerspace. So it's an active learning center that provides space for students to work in groups and do a lot more collaboration and creative thinking. And they're able to storyboard and whiteboard. We have whiteboards all over the room for students to be able to show their work and show their process, as well as to gallery walk and to discuss their answers.
Or judges common sense thing we did wrong, and we flash back to what we actually did.
I like to work on the boards.
The whiteboards are big enough so you can show all your ideas in one area.
It's much bigger than the iPad, so you can show it in class, you can present your whole project, and I think it helps a lot with everyone having their own. You can write out like equations, and you don't need many pieces of paper, and it's much bigger so you can present on a large scale.
You can erase it, you can make it disappear, or you can preserve it with a picture. It's a lot more independent than just having a notebook and being told, write this down, write that down. You don't need this, you don't need that.
So up front we have our board. So different than some interactive whiteboards, the back is actually a full-on whiteboard, so I can write with a regular dry erase marker and make comments to students or regarding what we're working on. And then my pen, which works with our magnet strip, lets me annotate as well, so I can say that this is the event block that we should be working on. I also can walk around and do it remotely. Over in this spot we have a lounge seating area. We have our buoy chairs that the students really like because they wiggle and they go up and down. So what I like about them is they're really light and I can pick them up and carry them with me and bring them over to a student when I'm going to be working with them or sitting with them for a little while. The teacher or the instructor station is a little bit different than a traditional lecture station. It allows us to kind of perch wherever we want, and like everything else in here, it's on wheels. So the instructor station could be in the middle if that's what facilitates the group work the best.
More creative than just a list of facts.
This is the makerspace portion. Out there is the innovation lab. So the first portion would be our green wall, which is our green screen.
We're working on a silent film. We're going to use this space to kind of come up with ideas.
Probably using the green screen a little bit.
I think the green screen is pretty cool because we have a green screen app on our iPads.
Before we just had to use like a green sheet and do it in the hallway.
It prepares us for things that we can do in the future in college. If they have a green screen, we have the ability and the knowledge to know how to use that.
So our students do a lot of green screen projects and then they make a lot of iMovies. So this is just another place where students can be working on projects. Another way to present that they understand the information is that they can use their green screens. So if you open the cabinet, you see all sorts of stuff. We have fabric and glue and all sorts of different things. And that's so that students can make. They can create, they can invent, they can build.
When I was organizing the materials that were donated from various donors, I had numerous projects in mind just from looking at the vast amount of materials that were donated. The collaboration is the centerpiece of the mill because all of the chairs and desks all make collaboration really easy and fun to do.
You can change your desk around to work in groups or separately. At the bottom of them, there's holders for your books and iPads.
Working with friends on different things is a big part of the classroom experience. And I think the fact that it's so mobile and so useful and there's so many different resources in the room is going to be so helpful moving on.
The MacBook cart gives the students the opportunity to be working on an additional device. And lastly is our 3D printer. So students are able to design things. We're going to be using Google SketchUp, so engineering classes, geometry classes, chemistry classes, as well as our arts programs are going to be able to design and print out that representation. It prints in layers. The filament comes through the extruder and then prints what the students have designed.
Heard a lot of seniors asking, what's it look like? What's it look like? They were all really excited. It was like a dream come true for a lot of them. A lot of them looked at it and was like, oh, this is great.
Well, it's a wide open environment. You can easily learn and you can see everything around you, especially with these new chairs.
I think the size of the room
makes the number of people seem smaller. It made it look like there was a smaller group that you were presenting to.
Mostly everyone just loves the feel of it because it's so bright and it's new and it's something that's really modern and everyone's able to interact and use it.
It's the most unique room, I think, in the school, and people just love it.
I wish I had all my classes in here.
And I love spinning in the chairs.